It's safe to say that Dokuro's Tumblr is full of some lovely things.
If you are feeling down, you must always remember, you are Creo. It is a privilege to be a Creo. Go, my son. Go and be a Creo.
The final part of this series is inspired by a Tumblr repost from Dokuro, and it's structured slightly differently than the last two. There's much less music and a lot more lore. In this video, we're going to go to a planet called Galisa, created by Dokuro, and dive into the staggering amount of lore behind it. Then we'll apply it to Dokuro's work and vice versa to try and see what else we can theorize. I read all of Dokuro's Tumblr, watched every coffee break, searched every comment on everything, and now we're here. So let's see what I found. Let's start with Galisa. What is it? Well, let's start by saying what it's not. In our universe, Wilhelm Galisa was an astronomer who discovered a catalog of nearby stars called Galisa systems. However, it's been confirmed that the Galisa we're dealing with is not something in our universe. The only real information we get about Galisa is from Dokuro's Tumblr. Before we begin, I'll let Dokuro answer the number one question that'll be in the comments.
Question 106! Are you a furry? No, no, and no. Question 107! So then, what's with the ears and tail? Personal preference.
Galisa is not a planet in our universe. It's sort of an alternate Earth, a few galaxies off from the Earth in a different universe where Earth once existed, but doesn't anymore. Earth has been destroyed for a while, and people on Earth scare everything on Galisa. Humans are totally extinct. Galisa is quite a bit larger than Earth. It has no floating islands, and one place is just a giant sentient fungal growth. Time or days or something might move slower. It's got some hella natural disasters, and it used to be called Gyfid, so if that name shows up somewhere else, then yeah. Its revealed regions include Sirius, Aquilius, Muzivu, Lacerta, Musca, Valen Ocean, Volence, and Horologium? Some of those might not even be continents. Horologium is left out of a world alliance, and no one knows why. I probably said all those wrong. According to their reference sheets, most characters are from northern Muzivu, but some are not or unknown. He mentions that the beacon map is on Galisa, and the beacon music video mentions Godpath being in Sirius, and Sirius is a continent on Galisa, therefore the purple map is most definitely part of Sirius on Galisa. As far as wildlife goes, these blood pests have become a problem, but the primary inhabitants are these animal-human hybrids. In 2015, Casper was stated to be 19 years old, but in 2022, he was listed as 21 years old, which suggests that only 2 years passed for Casper in the 7 years that passed on Earth, further evidenced by this. A rough estimate suggests that 1 Galisa year is approximately 3.5 Earth years. While not totally canon, it might temporarily answer this. While the final log of the beacon takes place on Sirius and Galisa, we can't really determine the Earth date. This is because we don't know where the other two events of the beacon took place, and while we have a conversion rate for our days, we don't know when the Galician calendar starts. We would need either an interplanetary reference point of an event that happened on both planets, or an object/person we know the age of traveling between the two, and in any of those cases, we would need a Gregorian calendar reference. In layman's terms, while we don't have enough information, it helps us understand the time jump at the beacon. Dokuro wishes he could interact with Galisa at least once, and vocal flat Galisers exist in Sirius. Continent Lacerta had a monarchy at one point, and the government harvested a lot of stuff from old Earth. They also apparently censor some things. As far as culture goes, Aquilius is a pop idol scene, Lacerta is a propaganda boy band for a monarchy, Musca makes vintage music with scrapped earth synthesizers, Volence makes folks, the Valen Ocean makes electronica, and Sirius makes everything. No one knows what comes out of Horologium. Fortunately, memes do exist on Galisa, and it has a social media platform similar to the cesspool Twitter was in 2022. They use similar stuff to us to make electronic music, and Christianity and some other religions exist there. They don't celebrate any holidays, but there might be some that haven't been announced yet. And I'm not sure what this remix is. Is it the plummet? Their lives are painfully similar to ours. And we don't know everything. We haven't even gotten to the OCs yet. A lot of these characters are related, but some of them are only mentioned once or twice. We'll see what we can figure out. In any case, they all have some role in Galisa, and some of them are even mentioned in other projects of Dokuro. Here's a family tree I constructed using below sources. Got it? I do briefly want to touch on Voyage because it's a thing. Voyage is an album in which each song is a planet, and it does involve these characters. According to Weasel, he was working on it in 2013, but it seems a large portion of it got tragically deleted. Saturn is out, though. This post also connects it to the characters which we've seen previously. According to this, though, it might still become something in the future. If you remember, we first got mention of Laura Palisund in White Glass Structure's description. The pinned comment on that video is very telling as well. Future videos refer to her as the subconscious protector. We also know she's not the mysterious person behind sending reality. Slate Blue also references her briefly, and most of all, Teal gives us her biography. We get a lot of information here. And I mentioned this earlier, but I'm fairly certain there was a comment once on the Beacon, the track with a crazy positive interloper on some mission, which asked if Laura was the interloper, but DM said no, she'd be pissed at the interloper. I just wish it still existed. Anyways, here we get another biography in art. It tells us she's super bubbly, she probably likes you, and she's also a dog. We also know only Tara knows why she's here, and that's another character that reinforces that all these are connected. She has not been revealed in any other content really, just glass structures and Tumblr. Some of this information is outdated though. This is Barbados Merald, and we've heard him referenced in Merciful, Ferrofluid, and some other projects of DM. In a lot of those, he represents Dokuro himself. He's married to Isadora, another character, and these two basically form the core of the Merald family tree. He plays a lot of old archived games from Earth, and he tends to be overprotective. Barbados is 40 as of 2022, but time is odd here. Not entirely sure what type of music he likes. Him asking for any type of help at all would make his nephew freeze in confusion. He swears a lot, and he gets punished for Isadora counting to 0, and he also gets pissed every time Casper and Lucille won't shut up. He's the oldest character conception-wise, and now the children are back.
Cowards! Fine. Yeah, what the f*** is going on? I seriously wish I could tell you, Uncle, but unfortunately I think I'm drawing blanks as well.
We can also confirm from this post that Barbados lives in Sirius, which makes him the only revealed character to live there. Now, Casper is Barbados' nephew, and he shows up every time there's a Dokuro 8-bit cover or anytime 8-bit in general comes up. He's 21 as of 2022, but again, time is weird here. He enjoys chiptune, and turning down sweets is super out of character for him. He has a boyfriend, he's sort of open to hugs, and now he's pissed off. Him and his twin sister both hate their real names being used against each other. And this is the character sheet for him. It's pretty detailed, and this is where I get all the crazy time passage theories. He takes over the world right here.
Of course. In case anything happens to me, everything about this voice in my head will be explained there. And that about proves it. Rest. Now. Go! Casper. Casper, do you even know how to host this? Casper, they are fickle. It has to be. Let me in, or so God help me, okay. Now let's get this over with before he truly gets mad.
And now he's pissed at Lucille again.
I have much more of a crisp, clean sound. Get the heck out of here before I sweep you out. You wanna go, mate? Watch yourself, Lucille. I'll bust your in front of the audience. Do it then. Do it. I'll bite your face off. I'll twist your ankles. Epidermal layer. It. That's going too. I'll make you do a freaking backflip. I already do that. Watch your language. Watch your letting you take over coffee break was a mistake.
We'll get to the green character Lucille in a second, but this is Tanya, the twin sister of Casper. She's super positive, but she's starting to reveal some cracks in that. She seems proud and headstrong, but she isn't. And her nickname is Tiptail. The video we saw 2 seconds ago shows that anytime Solar or Lucille are mentioned, they're the same person. She enjoys performances, especially piano, and her biggest argument with Casper was who sounds whinier. Geez, I wonder who won.
Do it then. Do it. I'll bite your face off. I'll twist your ankles. Epidermal layer.
Apparently she had a tough youth, has nobody, and the whole story is so complicated it's spoiler territory. Her net worth is very low, and here's some more cool commissioned art. She also has a nice suggestion. We can also confirm that Lucille is unrelated bloodwise to the Merald family tree by this comment. We touched on Reality a bit last time. He tends to be a bit of a menace, and even though he's made of magnetic ferrofluid, you can't defeat him with a magnet. There's a meme that he's not even a character at all, and there is no fantasy to counter him. He was told specifically to destroy Barbados, and he can do so in his sleep. His favorite color is bromine, which looks something like this, and you'd have the filthy hot takes account. He hates cowards. And the description of the glass structure Indigo, in destroying Barbados, is he destroying the vessel or the character itself? He's in charge of the ambient and noise work like Casper is 8-bit. He also returns in 2019.
Free at last. Just you wait, Dokuro. I'm coming to get you. It's been a while, hasn't it, Dokuro? I'm glad you've noticed me now of all times. Especially now that our bond is almost entirely severed. Answer my question, or so God help me, I will pulverize you! You're always so hasty. Quite a disappointment. It's no wonder people are so hostile towards you. Of course, I have no quarrel with you, but my reason for being here is important. Now, I'd love to discuss what it is, but it's getting late. Or rather, early. Who the f*** are you? My name is Reality. What? I'll be speaking to you soon. No, I forced you out of my mind! You're not me. You can't be me.
This probably refers to ferrofluid, which is playing as he speaks, same here. At 7:02, he talks about the bond being entirely severed.
14. What are some major flaws you think you have, and how do you think you can overcome them? I can answer this. No. Get out. Melodramatic. Shut up. Overestimates his ability. Enough! Quick to anger. Shut your mouth! Really, he's just a hodgepodge of problems wrapped in an atom bomb. Sad part is that he still doesn't know that his problems are of his own fabrication. Simple to fix even. Just stop being so emotional over everything. Test your limits before you do something that won't even amount to anything. And of course, if you hate me so much, why don't you just ignore me?
If you remember, we theorized one of his missions was to separate Dokuro from Galisa. Also, this is him if you don't remember. Isadora is Barbados' wife. She's described as the master of pastries and backing harmony. Her mother was a beautiful opera legend, and her father is in a different continent. The two met over their love for music, and she hates the spotlight because of her mother losing her soul to it. She also tends to be a little more level-headed than Barbados. Because he is Adriana's son, this guy named Frederick is Barbados' brother. According to this, Tanya and Casper are cousins of the children, and because Tanya and Casper are his kids' cousins, he's not their father and is thus not the younger brother in this post. Yeah. Which means he's most likely the older brother, dead. He seems to have this strange dialogue with Dokuro, though, who, reminder, Barbados represents. Sketch's wife, Izaru, is very motherly and cares very deeply about making sure everyone is okay. She absolutely hates puns. And there's a bit of a daughter situation with Barbados and Frederick. This is my current theory, so that things aren't confusing when Terra comes up, but she's biologically Frederick's triplet, but is listed in Barbados' daughter list, so my guess is that she's adopted after Frederick dies. Melody and Maria are Merald daughters, but this is all we get about them. But Terra is a 1 in 2 million occurrence. She is expressionless, works on machinery, she is/was Frederick's little genius, and she has a robot assistant. She enjoys making machinery and exotic fruit, and also her cousins Tanya and Casper. Etheria is a one kid that's too pure for this world. She likes tea parties and soft music, sweets, and parents, and hates absolutely anything depressing. She's also kinda gullible. Apparently she might also be able to predict the future. That's nice. Netheria is weird. She'll exploit anyone she can prank, she enjoys the misery of her enemies, she'll cause problems to get Frederick's attention, which only gives her motivation to do more. Totally normal child. And the older sister of Barbados, Midori, creates light shows. She's concerned Barbados doesn't get out much, and she's mostly relaxed but can get defensive. She also hates when people are annoying just for the sake of being annoying. Now, I don't know what the heck Pinch is, but he's this omnipotent character, and he exists to stop Dokuro from going mad with the power of creation. Now, what or who is Pinch? His punches send you forward a day? I think he's a leprechaun. But knowing that he's stronger than Reality, who, remember, can destroy your physical form without trace, divide by Z. Also Barbados' mother, Adriana, who's like this demon immortal, which we don't know anything about. And also Casper's grandfather, Adriana's husband, who we also don't know anything about. And that's about it. Holy cow, we got to the end. Now you're probably asking, what the heck? Why does this matter? Why do you care so much? And I don't know. I guess if more content comes out related to this world or the previous albums or the characters within, I want to know what's going on. And of course it's fun to theorize. This content was more of like an archival thing and a sortation of the lore of Dokuro, but I hope it was interesting regardless. But this stuff is only getting started. Like, this artist isn't dead yet. I hope we have a lot more to see. Anyways, I do hope these videos inspire you to check out Dokuro's work, particularly They Know Who They Are. And as for what's next for me, who knows?